So as we said, the first concept is the intelligence games, and they say the intelligence game is quite like a huge, sickly green octopus with millions of tentacles reaching into every segment of our society. The game is composed mostly of transference. It is nothing new nor unique to our time. It has been around for a long time. The refinement and expansion into all areas of our life is new to this time, however, as the minions come into power for the final battle before the gates open and then close again. So what is this transference? It is the process of equating one concept for another, that is, making one concept seem equal to another, then taking the new concept and making it seem equal to yet another. This process can go on for a while. The last step is simple. You just remove the first few and everyone loses track of where the concept came from. It takes intelligence to make the moves and maintain them. Once moved, those who are in control or are controlling reap the benefits. You want an example? There's a job that requires certain abilities. The intelligent don't want to go through the work of obtaining those abilities or just don't have them. Thus, they say a degree from this university equals the ability you want. As an employer, you accept the concept, and the idea of testing an applicant for his abilities is removed from you as an employer and given to the intelligent. Thus, the degree equals the ability. Now the task is to make the degree easy for the intelligent game players to get. They party, cheat until they graduate, and that's the concept that causes all of this to be. I mean, when you begin to recognize what it is they actually do, you begin to realize what it is that they're saying here. They say that the people that are doing this, the intelligence game players, are partying and cheating until they graduate. They make sure that they're in the right fraternity or sorority. Not all of them, you understand, but those who don't cheat and party will be considered as lesser. When you come to the time of being hired, obviously the cheaters will have higher scores, and they will have learned how to work in a corporate community, and those who aren't cheating probably haven't learned that lesson yet. So what they're saying is that the ones that don't cheat and party and have sororities with the tests given to them will be counted as lesser, and those who are truly qualified are even lesser yet. You want more? There's a major difference between intelligence and wisdom. Intelligence is often a measure of one's ability to remember or call up trivia. Wisdom, on the other hand, is a true understanding of the problem, and thus the possibility of working a long-term solution. The game would have the two become equal. Then the intelligent could memorize their trivia, impress the lesser, and become honored for their wisdom. Again, those with birth, position, wealth, political title, and so on would have us believe that these things are to be honored more than soul development. Trivia memorization is more to be honored than soul development. We have already discussed the difference between love and those things presented as the same. Honor is reserved for those who loved you so much that the events of their life exemplify that love. How can money, social position, power, or artificial titles replace the love of one developed to the point where they can put the lesser in front of self? You understand what they're saying there? The ones that you should respect are the ones that will put themselves behind you and push you forward. How many people who have money, social position, power, and artificial titles do that? You see where you go to the core of an understanding of a thing and then come back and look at what's in front of you and say, oh, wait a minute. That's what they're trying to get you to do. Stop and say, oh, wait a minute. There's something wrong with what I've been taught, and that's why they keep using I've been taught all the time. But they say the next one might be a little harder to see. They can give you a second example. There is also the trading of true need for one perceived. Once the perceived need is identified, the cost of that need is increased manifoldly. The best way to get the idea across is to name those areas that are most guilty. We need, now they said what they're looking at is the areas where we have need. Those are the areas where the game players come in, and those are the areas where they play. And who are they? They say they're the lawyers, the insurance companies, teachers, doctors, taxes, people that are trying to get taxes, politicians, interest, banking, all those things. That's where the game of transference is being played. So what they do is they transfer a true need. I mean, if you needed a doctor, you need a doctor. If you need a lawyer, you need a lawyer. They're transferring the true need for one perceived, and the concept there is that you perceive that you're getting what it is that the name of the person indicates. A doctor will heal you. Is that true? No. No, it's your perceived idea. You get healed, but does the doctor do it? Does the medication do it? We're not privy to understanding how this all works. So what they're saying is that they take a need and they transfer that need for something other than that. So you need money, you have a banker. You need something change, you have a politician. You got a medical problem, you need a doctor, and on it goes. And they're saying that you're not getting what it is that your need has. Things have been transferred and the cost has been increased, but you're not getting what it was that the true need was. So they go on and say, we give you another example. How about advertising? Advertising is the teaching of a value or a need. Not a real value or a real need, but a perceived value. Do you get it yet? For most of you, for those who don't, try this. You need love. The transference need is transferred to making it sex. Now you need sex. The transference again is changed to a picture perfect male or female, which equals sex. Now you need that male or female, and you want him or her, and that's something that you need. That's a transfer they did. And the transfer that male or female is the toothpaste, because everybody knows that if you use the right kind of toothpaste, you will get that male or female. Now you need the toothpaste. Now, clever, isn't it? The only thing is, do you actually think that that's true? Do you actually think that you've been taught that love equals your perceived need for a brand of toothpaste? Do you believe that? No? Look in your bathroom. What do you see? Look at all the stuff in the medicine cabinet. What do you see? The soap, the shampoo. What are you seeing? Look at the car that you drive. What do you see there? Look at your wardrobe. What do you see? Look at the living room, the kitchen. Look at the whole house. What do you see? Enough of that. The intelligence game is real and found in all areas of our society. When you see the game with clear eyes, you will easily see the pivot point of change needed to correct the problem. The change will be extraordinary. We will now move to the second concept, which permeates all of society, and see how it works in your life in a negative way. Now, the first concept was game players, and what they do is they change what you need to some other thing that they can charge you more for, and it doesn't have to give you what it is that you need. You only have to perceive that you're getting what you need. And it's pretty obvious that you can see that when as they say, look in your medicine cabinet, look at your house, look at your car, look at your clothes. You change a need into a want. You change a want into something that has nothing to do with a need. And that's the game they play. Okay, so now that goes through. It's going to go through all 4 chapters. It's going to go through all 4 things that we're going to talk about in our society, and it'll permeate all of them. So you'll see that. So game player is the first. Second one is the do-gooder, and they say, as we said in book 4, you look at those concepts found in the first 3 books and use them to change our society. In book 1, we discussed those who we call do-gooders. They were on the upper left side of the U. By definition, they were not very far along the U, and thus should not have been allowed to be decision makers since they had little experience here. That's our view. Still, from the fallen one's view, they're the ones who should make all the decisions since they are earthbound, material, monkey-oriented newcomers who haven't seen it all yet. They haven't had the experience necessary to make good decisions yet, but they're intelligent, vocal, and easily manipulated. They will perform the little atrocities to get what they want. They haven't learned the true cost yet. These are the ones used to control public opinion. They are so vocal that few will challenge them. They are so vocal that they seem to be in the majority. Their concept of how this world is permeates all of our society. They are almost always wrong. Now, I didn't say that. They said that. They are almost always wrong. So here we have a group who are intelligent, vocal, and easily manipulated, and they're willing to perform these little atrocities that kind of mess everything up, and they're almost always wrong, and we're letting them run our society. So what they say is, so now we have challenged them, and they aren't the majority, and they are rarely right. They're just vocal and intelligent, and we didn't say wise. Why are we so rough on them? Why are we picking on them?